guys, it's FleurDeForce here for POPSUGAR Girls Guide, and today we're going to be talking about one of my most favourite things in the whole world, high-heeled shoes and how to walk in them. Now, whether or not you are brand new to wearing high-heeled shoes, whether you've just bought a really high pair of shoes and you're trying to work out how best to walk in them because you're not used to it, or if you're just looking for some tips on how to choose comfortable high-heeled shoes because they can be hard to find, then I have tips for everybody. Now, I'm going to start on the more technical side of things, which is especially for new heel wearers or if you're still a little bit wobbly on your feet. The first thing is really, really important, and it's said time and time again, you need to walk from heel to toe. You don't want to be walking flat because that will leave you with a bit of a clumpy look, and it means you like lean forward a bit when you do that as well. But you also don't want to be walking from toe to heel. If you've ever heard anyone saying about people tottering or teetering on high heels, that is the look we're trying to avoid here. And in order to do that, you need to walk from heel to toe. Practice makes perfect, but if you do practice this, it will affect the way you look in your heels. You will look more sophisticated and more elegant when you're walking in your heels. The second most important thing to remember when you are walking in your heels is to take shorter, more frequent steps, and this will help to keep you stable. If you're taking big strides in your heels, you will be a little bit more wobbly and a little bit less stable, and it will be harder to do your heel to toe technique. So keep those steps short and frequent and you will be a pro heel walker in no time. Another tip that I've got for you is to be very wary of your posture when you're walking in high heels. Keep your shoulders down and back and make sure your legs aren't too tense, because that will, again, if you hunch over and if you tense up your legs, you tend to kind of stomp in the heels. It's not a good look. You want to look confident, you want to look sexy, you need to be relaxed, and you need to have great posture. Keep your back straight. And also, this is just a great tip in life, even if you're wearing flats, to have good posture, because it makes you appear taller and it makes you appear thinner, which I think every woman likes. Another tip that is said time and time again when it comes to high heels is practice. Practice, practice makes perfect. If you do have the time and chance to break in your shoes, again, this is another tip that goes hand in hand with the practice. Wear them, especially in the run-up to a big occasion. If you're going to be wearing your shoes all day for a special occasion, you want them to be as comfortable as possible. If they're made from leather or suede, natural materials tend to stretch really well as well. Most shoes will mold and stretch to your feet, so the more you wear them, the more comfortable they get. So moving on to choosing the right shoe for you, and also how to choose the most comfortable shoes. Now, if you're just starting to wear heels, most people will say start on the smaller heel and go to a bigger heel eventually once you build up your confidence and your technique for walking in heels. Now, this can be true in most instances, but you also have to be wary of a few other factors, because these shoes here, for me personally, are not as comfortable as these ones, and there are a variety of different reasons. The big thing you need to take into consideration when choosing your shoes is the steepness and the platform. Now, these two pairs of shoes are from the same brand, and surprisingly, the black pair are more comfortable than the green pair, even though these look much, much higher. Now, this is for two reasons. These have no platform, which makes a big, big difference in cushioning your foot, but also the steepness of these. So this angle here is very, very high, which means that you are really, really on your tippy toes when you are wearing them, and it makes them harder to walk in and less comfortable. A great tip for working out if the shoe that you're looking at in a shop is too high is to put them on and just stand on your tippy toes whilst you're wearing them. And if you are able to do that, if you're able to raise your heel an inch, just under an inch, then you should be fine walking in them. If you're not and you're already at your kind of maximum extension of your foot, then you don't want to buy them. And for me, I wish I had stuck by this rule when buying these shoes because they are so uncomfortable. Another important tip for platforms is if you are a little bit wobbly, then choosing a shoe with a platform gives you a little bit more stability as well, especially if you're going to be walking on uneven surfaces or anything like that. And if you know you're going to be walking on grass or cobblestones or any other uneven surface, it's definitely a good idea to go for a wedge or for a boot with a thicker heel, because you will have more stability. Now, boots are also great if you are a bit wobbly on your feet because they provide more support along the front of your foot. You're less likely to walk out of them, so they are better for wearing all day, and if you're going to have to walk longer distances in them, because you do have more support to your foot and to your ankle. My last tip for choosing your shoes is to be aware of straps. Now, if you do go for a gorgeous pair of shoes like this, these are one of my favorites from Forever 21. They look comfortable because they have a low heel, but because the straps are really skinny, they really cut into my feet and I cannot wear them for long at all. If you really are determined to go for a strappy style, they tend to be less comfortable than say a court shoe or a boot. But if you really like them, go for something with thicker straps like these ones. These are from Nine West. They are sparkly and I love them, but they are a lot more comfortable than something like this because the straps give your feet a lot more support and they're still fun and girly to wear. And again, they have a big platform, so they're really comfortable. These are actually one of my favorite pair of shoes for going out in because they are sparkly and pretty and most importantly comfortable. So I'm going to finish off today's video with a couple of tips on how to prepare your feet to be more comfortable in the shoes once you've chosen your perfect pair of shoes. Now, the first thing is to plan ahead. If you can, if you know what you're going to be doing all day, make sure you plan ahead and wear the right shoes accordingly. If you are going to an outdoor wedding and you're going to be on grass all day, you don't want to be wearing a skinny stiletto because you're going to spend the whole day balancing on your toes trying not to sink into the grass. If you're going to be walking on cobblestones, again, you want to choose a more stable option. If you're going to be walking really far, you want to make sure that you can really walk in the shoes you're wearing. If you know you're going to be getting a cab or you're going to be going out for dinner and you're not going to be standing or walking a lot, then you can wear your highest heels. If you know you're going to be standing a lot, I would definitely say don't wear strappy shoes. The really thin straps, again, they're the worst for just standing in because they really dig into your feet. So definitely plan ahead. Secondly, if you really want to wear a pair of shoes but you know that they rub your feet, apply a little bit of Vaseline to your feet where the shoe rubs, and this will help to reduce the friction and hopefully help you not get blisters. If you do get a blister from your shoes, then the best thing you can do is to keep a few sneaky plasters or band-aids in your bag. I always have a packet of these Compeed blister plasters in my bag just in case I get blisters because they help just take the pain away instantly. You can get these in any kind of pharmacy or drugstore. I know they don't sell this particular brand in the States, but they do sell similar ones and they just really help. Normal plasters are good too, but these ones are better. Last but not least, if you know you're going to be on your feet all day, but you also know that once you've finished a certain event or if you're walking at the end of the day and you can take your heels off, then make sure you invest in a pair of fold-up shoes. Now, these are my personal favorites. They're from Teeks. They are really pricey, so it might not be an option for everybody, but a lot of companies do these now and they have very affordable options out there too. These are great because they come in a little bag and again, you can pull them out, unfold them, and you are good to go. What I love about these is they actually come with this cute little bag so that you don't have to put dirty shoes in your handbag, but they also have this little fold-up bag that comes in the front, which if you unwrap it, has enough space to fit your heels in so you don't have to get dirty shoes all in your bag. Or if you don't have room in your handbag, you can actually use it as a little tote bag and put your shoes in them at the end of the day as well. So that is my final tip for wearing high heels. Good luck, guys. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the POPSUGAR Girls Guide channel and I will see you next month with my next Fashion 101 video. Bye, guys.